So this is what I have for a little fuel trip.
So howdy YouTube, today we're going after the knock sensors on our 2004 Toyota Sienna, and they are down there underneath your intake. So I'm going to show you what needs to be done. First, we're going to take our snoot and all this stuff out. We got 10s here, and then we're going to have to take this intake off. Okay, so now this is exposed. You have the two-step program here, so you got these 10s here, and then you got these 12s. So you take these 10s off, and then you'll have access to your bracket that holds this part on, which is the 12 back here. Take that 12 off. So this is the bolt I was talking about. Take that loose, and take these, all these loose, and this pops out. It should just hang down like that. There's one hidden bolt at the top. You gotta take that out, and now it moves. Alright. So now this is out of the way. There's another 12mm bolt right here on this bracket. I'm gonna take that off. So you gotta remove, there are 8 Allens here, there's these 10s here, goes out, you got 8 Allens, you got 14s on the sides, and we're going to bracket in the back now. Here's the bracket, this is on back here plenum. Now we're gonna go after our injectors, take these 10s off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vacuum all this grossness out. You can see maybe some grossness from rats and whatnot. Use my DeWalt here. I'm going to go ahead and suck all the dirt out before we start taking the bolts out for our lower intake. So my next step is I'm going to take these 10s out that hold the fuel rail in. And I went and I took my 12 out here that holds this one, and this lifts up. And you got these spacers right there that you got to make sure that you keep in place for both. You got 4 of them. So you got to take the bottom manifold off too, so you got to get all these bolts back here and up here, and we're going to remove our hoses here on the side. Leave this one in there, this one, and this should come out the way with the old bolts. So I pried up in here a little bit. Let me get that out of the way. Now we're going to look for knock sensors. So I'm going to suck out all this rat stuff inside here. So you see all this red crusty, this is from the antifreeze, so it's leaking, so we're going to replace our clamps and fix everything. So the next step is I'm going to take this hose off like I already done, and then there's 4 12 bolts that hold this housing on, and the gasket is actually part of your lower intake gasket, so we're going to take that off and replace those gaskets. So your knock sensor is here and here, and this is the 13 that takes this off for 12, and then we're going to replace both of them. Go ahead and get a new connector and crimp it onto our old connector just because you don't want to have to go back in a second time. So we're going to replace both of these, make sure that these are pointed in the correct direction for our connectors. Okay. So I got the wire strip back, and you want to do your top wire on your connector here. So that we're going to put this together and crimp it together. So you want to make sure that everything is cleaned off. This is what my intake looks like after I took some scrubbing pads to it, some carpet spray, and a couple razor blades, and it looks amazing. So now I got my intake back on, it's all clean. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go around and tighten. You just want to make sure you get every last little bolt and every last bolt for your inlet here. So after I got my lower intake on and I've torqued the bolts to 14 foot-pounds, done like a crisscross pattern, I go ahead and I put my shims here for my injectors, and I've lubed the injectors with some PB Blast just to make sure that they're lubed up when I press them in, and I'm going to go ahead and put my bolts back in. And after this part, it's pretty much just back the way you took it apart, so it's pretty easy stuff. Once you get everything back on here, you want to make sure your brackets are loose or this intake is loose when you get your bolts for your brackets in the back and right there. And same goes for this bracket too. You just want to see if you can move this back and forth. The next step is go ahead and put this back on and tighten it down. Howdy fixers, so that is how you do the knock sensors on your Toyota Sienna or Highlander. It's a 3.3 if I went through it too fast for the upper plenum, I have another video you can check out for Toyota Sienna Vans upper plenum gasket, and that's here. And just appreciate you watching. I almost got 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. If this is the first time I come across one of my videos, just give me a like, give me a subscribe, tell a friend about it. This is kind of what I do. I just make videos that are helpful with more tips and tricks and just help people out. But yeah, so it's a pretty straightforward job. But if you have any questions or anything like that, just comment down below and let me know. So thanks for watching.